Art Beads. So I come here every single Saturday morning and we play and we create and we start our weekend off with friends and just joyful creating. So today we're going to be doing a wire wrapped bracelet and earring set. And I did do a little bit of the wrapping ahead of time just because sitting there watching me rewrap the same technique over and over again, I know can get to be a little bit long and it takes a little bit longer than the usual hour that we're here. So I did some ahead of time. So I want to show you where we are going with this bracelet. So here is what we have so far. And I like this because you see those nice big jump rings in there? They become part of the design. So we're doing the wire wrapping of the gemstones. We're going to create a bunch of different dangles. And we got those nice jump rings that actually become part of the design as well. Oh, hello, Ruth Alice and Laura and Susanna and Connie and Francie. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. We also have the wonderful Megan in the background. And today's a perfect day for Megan to be here because she actually found a lot of these gemstones in a special buy. So that's great. And she designed a lot of the Christmas kits I'm going to show you today. And we're giving away some of the Christmas kits too. We're going to give away 2 of them to one lucky winner, and I'm going to let you guys pick which 2 we give away. Hello, LJ and Monique and Connie. Hello, you guys. And Denise from Florida. Hello. I am here in California, and we actually have a very sunny weekend here, so it's quite nice. Oh my goodness, Lou and Jeanette. Hello, guys. Good morning. I love our Saturday morning cartoons. We always come together. It's so fun. Hello, Linda and Christy and Kara. So I do have to tell you guys, my voice might be a little bit off today. You might hear a sniffle or a sneeze. We took down all of our Christmas decoration, or our boxes of Christmas decorations yesterday, and we store them up in this kind of like attic-y rafter space in our garage, above our garage. And they were so covered in dust that I spent all day yesterday sneezing. Actually, I slept on the couch last night because I was sneezing so much. I didn't want to disturb my husband. So I might have a little bit of sneezing or congestion here. So I'm sorry if I do it. It's Christmas dust. It's Christmas dust. Hello, Kat. Santa Barbara girl. Hello. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to flip the camera down here pretty quick this morning so we can start to design. A couple quick notes. If you are new to joining us, welcome. Of course, if you're not new, welcome. We're so glad you're here. Oh, hello, Kathleen. Oh my gosh. And Lydia, hello. So if you are new, a couple things to know about how this works. We are live. It is 8:03 a.m. here on the Pacific Coast where I am. This is something we do a couple times a week. So I'm here on Saturdays. I'm also here on Wednesdays. And then we have Deb Floros and Becky Dahl here during the week as well. And these are all different design shows. So sometimes it'll be techniques, sometimes it'll be projects, sometimes it'll be like a shopping show. So a lot of fun that we have here. Oh, hello, Elizabeth and Maria. So the one nice thing about these shows is they're all saved. So if you ever want to go back and rewatch, you can. The replay becomes available shortly after we say goodbye. If you are here on Art Beads, there is a heart icon for if you like what you see, a share arrow, and then the shopping bag icon, which is super important because it lets you see everything I'm working with, including my tools, in one gallery setting, and then you can even add that to your shopping cart. But you can, of course, see the price, the color, the size, all that good stuff. And then if you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, welcome. We are going to do a giveaway today, so you'll need to be here on Art Beads to participate, and there is a link in the description of your video, so you can follow that link, pop on over here to Art Beads, and then you can participate in the giveaway. All right, I'm going to flip the camera down, and we are going to start playing. Here it goes. Okay, so there, sunny backyard. I think we're going to go on a hike later. It's really nice. And happy belated Thanksgiving to everybody. It is already almost December. I'm loving it. We did get our decorations out of those boxes and put up. So that was fun. Oh, hello, Tracy. Good morning. I think I missed a bunch of good mornings, and I'm so sorry, guys. I think my eyes are slightly blurry from all the sneezing, so I'm doing my best. Oh, thank you, Laura. Yes, our backyard. It's something we're so thankful for. That's definitely something we're thankful for, especially with young kids. It's nice to have that backyard. Oh, you decorated yesterday too? I love it. You know what? I was thinking about this. I was too overwhelmed with the sneezing actually to try to pull this off for today. But I think I'll try to move my table for one of these shows so that I have my Christmas decorations behind me, like my tree or my fireplace. It's just so joyful. I love it. All right, so before we get fully into this, let me show you what we're going to be making. So this is the start of it. So this is going to be a wire wrap, and we're going to do that twisty wire wrap thing. We've done this before on, I believe we did it on pearls, but in this case, we're going to do it on every large bead. So these are 8mm, and these are jasper, I believe. And then we've got these jade, and this is a pretty strand of rainbow jade. So it's got different colors in it. And we're going to do some wire wrapping, and you can see I was pretty heavy-handed with the wire wrapping. I wanted to make sure I saw those wires, that wrapping. I wanted to make sure the gold was pretty prominent. So this is what we're going to be making today. So this was the start of it. We're going to do a bunch of links together. So I'll show you how to construct it. And then we're going to design an earring together. And I don't have anything done yet for the earring. I thought we could play with it and do that together. So the beads I'm going to be using for this bracelet in particular, is this beautiful strand right here. So you see all those different colors, super pretty. So it's a gorgeous, very, very large strand. This is an incredibly long strand of gemstones. So this is going to be the 8mm. And then we're going to use this jade strand. And you can see this comes with a bunch of colors. And so this was a beautiful strand as well. And it's got a lot of nice colors. And it was just kind of a happy accident that I put these two together, and I ended up really liking the color combo. So they're pretty high contrast, but it's nice because I think it really kind of brings home that gemstone look, that gemstone feel. And then what I did, and I ended up not using them, but I wanted to show, I did find some seed beads, and they're there in the shopping bag, that I thought would go well with this if you wanted to add some seed beads. But at the end of the day, I was like, it was just so pretty, just the gold and the gemstones. So we're only using 2 beads for this entire bracelet, 2 bead strands. I didn't pair anything else with it. So all you're going to need for this project are those 2 strands of gemstone beads, some 24 gauge wire. I think you could also use 26 or 22 if you like. I'll do 24. You're going to need some jump rings and a magnetic clasp. And that's it for the bracelet. So just 4 ingredients, which is, and some head pins. So 5 ingredients total. So it's kind of nice that you don't need a lot for this. I also have this strand here that I was thinking of putting in, but it felt a little summery to me. This is a lava stone. It's really lightweight, which is very nice. So if you're making earrings, this is a great option right here. Oh, good morning from sunny Los Angeles. I love it, DMAC. I am here in Los Angeles too. We have a beautiful, beautiful day. And then this is what those ones look like with that wire wrapping technique that we're going to do as well. So I thought they actually worked up quite nice as well. And if you did want to add that into the mix, you could see what that white would look like. So that's fun. I do have some other gemstones there in the shopping cart that I think would work as well. This is from a project we did last week. This is that orange sodalite. That would be really pretty. You could do black and white, which would be pretty, or you could even do the black with the jasper, which would be very dramatic. This is a black onyx. So your main bead is going to be the 8mm, and your dangles are going to be the 6mm. Oh, I love that, Tracy. Essential oils on the lava stones are nice. Oh, that would be nice. And then the flat ovals would work too. So if you wanted to swap out something like a flat oval and then do that with the jasper or with the jade, that would be really pretty too. So I always love trying to show different color combos and options that are available, because that would just be gorgeous as well. Because this is more of almost like that traditional jade color that you think of. And then you've got these right here. So that would be really pretty with this technique as well. And if you like, I can try to wire wrap with that swirl design, one of these flat ovals, and see what happens. So we can do that as well. Oh, great question, Ruth Alice. So free shipping today is on all orders in the US over $30. So that is part of our Black Friday weekend event. So all US orders ship for free over $30. And then we are also having a site-wide sale of up to 75% off and double points, which is really great too. And the deal of the week is the Bead Llama Ultimate Kit is on sale as well. Yes, like to see the oval wrap demo. Of course, let's do it. I haven't tried it. I think it'll work. You guys know me. I'm like, I think it's gonna work. All right, so what I also want to show real quick, and we'll look at them more later, is at the back of my table, I have all those Christmas kits. I'm going to show you them because they're beautifully packaged. Megan put these together, and we're going to give away 2 of them to one winner here at the end of the show. So the stone that is in my hand, I think this was the last one that was in my hand. Megan can pop up a banner. Oh, good. She put a banner in it. And then the stone in the bracelet itself is the jasper. So the stone in the bracelet that we'll be using today is this really pretty jasper. And then the ones that I just picked up and put down, the orange and the blue, are sodalite. So these are an orange and blue sodalite, and they are faceted. So they're really pretty. They've got nice shine to them. And I thought I had on my table, let me just see if it's off to the side. I don't see. Oh, yes. Okay. So I wanted to show, because we did this last weekend. You know, we worked this, you can always watch the replay, but this was a very different gemstone bracelet idea. So you can see what this looks like. This was fun to do last weekend, but I wanted to show those ovals with a different application. But this was that really pretty orange sodalite. Oh my gosh, I love it. Yes, the gemstones are definitely very affordable. Megan found a special buy, so we've been playing with these gemstones for the last couple of weeks because they are so wonderfully affordable and beautiful. Not just affordable, but beautiful as well. Okay, the other rounds. Okay, the other rounds. So I've got these ones here, which are the 8mm jaspers, and then the ones that are going to go into the bracelet are these, which are a jade. Oh, good. Jane just received the oval puffed jasper, and they're stunning. I love it. And Christy got some orange sodalite. Yes, good. And the white, and Santa Barbara Girl is saying the white lava will be perfect for summer. Absolutely. And I do like, remember, lava is going to be really, really lightweight. So if you pair this with some heavier gemstones, it's going to help to balance it out for the weight of your designs, because this is super lightweight. All right. So we are going to start designing. So like I said, this was, if anyone is just joining us, this is the start of our bracelet. You can see what this is going to look like. It's really fun and dangly when you wear it. So I need to make a couple more links. So we're going to build it out together, but this was the start of it. So another thing I like about this bracelet is all the links you create separately, and then you link them with a jump ring. So that's kind of nice and easy to do. All right, what would the red Avertines look like? Oh, I think this is what you're talking about. I put these just in the shopping bag because I had them on hand to show, because it's so much better to see these in person. So these there are in the shopping bag. These would be much bigger focal stones. So if you see these in the shopping bag, their scale is quite large, but they are beautiful in person. So I definitely wanted to show them. I love all the questions and comments. This is why we're here live. This is, we have so much fun doing this, but I think it's also so helpful to be able to ask questions and be able to hold it up at the same time. Happy circus jewelry. I love it. I love that. I want to make happy circus jewelry. Okay, so we're going to start with our 24 gauge wire. So we're going to cut ourselves about 5 inches. Doesn't have to be exact, but give yourself a little bit longer length than what you normally work with. And then what we'll do is we're going to make a wrapped wire loop on one side. And this is for the upper row of the 8mm. So this is going to be that fancy wire wrapping. Oh, the movement. I could totally see that. I think the colors too kind of work with it too. Okay, so then we're going to make a wrapped wire loop up here. And twist down. Okay, so here we go. And then we're going to go in with our chain nose, and we're going to grab that loop. And we're going to just do our normal wrappings. And if you are on YouTube, welcome as well. And thank you for jumping over. If you jump over here to Art Beads, you'll be able to participate in that giveaway we'll do in a little bit. Okay, I'll trim. And then just kind of tighten. This one needs a little tightening. I'm just going to go adjust it. So the tool that I made the loop with is called a wire looping plier. So these are the tools, I should review that. These are the tools we're going to be using today. So we're going to be using 2 pairs of chain nose, a cutter, and a wire looping plier. You can sub out a round nose plier for your loops. So I love this. This is my favorite jewelry making tool of all time. So it has a round nose and a concave nose, and it fits like this. And so I'll go really slow on the next loop I make to explain it. But basically this side here creates part of your loop for you. So it makes really nice, easy loops. And then if you want to make tiny loops, you go up here. If you want to make large loops, you go down here. So it does actually allow you to make different size loops. And Santa Barbara Girl is saying the best tool ever. I agree. Okay, now we're going to pick a really pretty 8mm gemstone. So we're just going to take that off the strand and we're going to put it through. Oh, hello, Ginger. Good morning. Okay, so now we've got that loop right here, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to make another loop. So what we'll do is we'll just grab it. So you see there's a little gap right there. You always want to leave a little bit of a gap to allow for your bending of the wire and the loops. And we're going to squeeze it, and watch what happens when we squeeze it. That one side just made half a loop for us. So it made like a nice half loop for us. Usually I don't take it out, but I wanted to show that. And then we push it down, rotate it up, crisscross, and now we have a really nice loop. And what you could do is you could trim it right there for a simple loop, although we're going to do wrapped loops. Yes, we definitely sell this tool. It's so nice. Megan can put a link in there for the tool for sure. Okay, and now we're going to grab that loop. We're going to do our wraps, and we're going to do a couple wraps. And after we've done that, instead of trimming it, what we're going to do is we're going to swirl this long piece of wire around the body of our bead and come to the other side and wrap it again. So you're going to hold your bead and you're just going to literally push it around the outside of the bead until you come to the other side. And then you're just going to wrap it again. So you almost have like a little bit of a double wrap on that side. And then you're going to trim it. And then we're going to tuck in our rough wire end just by pinching it with our pliers. It does look like a planet. You know what, Megan? I was thinking that too. And I was actually looking for a charm that had some space theme to it to see if I could find something, because it does look like a planet. All right, so let's make 2 of these because I think we're going to need 2 more of these for our bracelet. So let's see. And actually, trying to think how I'm going to want to connect my clasp because I haven't gotten to that point yet. So you see all those swirls. Let's see, because that might finish it off. And then we'll do the dangles. Okay, we'll connect the clasp on the dangle side too. So we might just need 1 more. Let me size this against my wrist because we're also going to make a pair of earrings. Yeah, I think that'll be good. So 1 more of those is good. So let's right now, since we just did that technique, see if we can do that to one of these ovals. I've never done it with an oval before, so let's see what happens. Okay, I'm going to cut a little longer length because that is a little bit of a bigger stone, and we're going to do the same thing. Okay, and then you do see you get actually quite a few of these ovals too on this strand. So that is nice too. I cut it weirdly. I don't know why I cut it in the middle, but you do get a lot of these, which is nice. Okay, so we'll do this with an oval. Same start. We'll just start with our wrapped wire loop for one end. That's kind of like our anchor. Push down, rotate up, crisscross. Oh, I was like, why does this feel weird? It's because my magnetic clasp was stuck to my pliers. Okay. we'll do our wrappings. Okay. And just 2 or 3 times, whatever you're comfortable with. Okay, and trim it. It is nice to be consistent. If you wrap twice, it is nice to do that on both sides and with all of your beads. It gives them the same spacing, which is good. But I don't really feel like there's a rule about how many wraps you have to do. Okay, so now we put the oval on there. And now we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. And yeah, this project requires lots of wrapped wire loops, so that tool is very, very handy. All right, let's do our wraps. Okay, and now let's try to swirl it across. So we're gonna swirl, and I think we can go across it a bit more. Remember, it's just wire. Make it do what you want it to do. So we're just gonna swirl. Ooh, it looks pretty. I like it. Okay. And then same thing down here. Once you get to that other side, you just do a couple wraps to anchor it. And I'm using 24 gauge wire. So that's a nice, good gauge of wire for doing these wraps. They're gonna stay put. They're gonna be solid, but they're still kind of nice and delicate looking. All right, there is our oval. So you can definitely do this with the ovals. And that's a really pretty little swirl right there. Yeah, I like the wire wrapped oval too. And that would be really pretty as an earring too, if you wanted to do some dangles, or you can make it into a bunch of different links. You could sub it out, so you could do the same project we're doing here, but with the ovals and then the little dangles as well. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some dangles. I think I'm actually gonna need to do a lot of dangles because we're gonna connect it to the clasp from the dangle side as well. So for the dangles, we're gonna use the Pretty Pretty Jade. And it does have a nice assortment of colors. So when I was putting my little clusters together, so it's a cluster of 3 between each of the jaspers, I tried to choose different colors, ones that were contrasting. So they would have some lights, some darks, because we do have the advantage of having that multicolored strand. So what we'll do is I'm gonna pick out 3 different ones that are different colors. Slide some of this aside. Too many goodies to play with. Okay. All right, so now what we'll do is we're gonna take a head pin and we're gonna put this little 6mm, this is a 6mm. You know, I have not found that my artistic wire tarnishes. I've done a lot of projects with it too, and it's held up really good. If anyone else wants to share their experiences too, but for me personally, it's held up really nicely. You could also I store my jewelry in Ziploc bags, usually if it's stored for a while. I think that helps too, to just kind of keep it nice and fresh. Okay, so here again, we've got a little gap, and I have a little bit of a wider gap because I want more wrappings. I want this to be kind of on the heavier wrapped side. Okay, rotate up. And now we're just gonna do some wraps. And you can see that I kind of went, like I said, I went a little bit heavier. So you really kind of see them as almost starting to swirl a little bit on the outside of the bead instead of just being tightly contained along like the neck of the wire. You see that you're really seeing those wraps, and that's what I wanted to do for this look, but you could do kind of smaller and tighter. Oh my gosh, this clasp just wants to stick to everything. You could do like smaller and tighter ones too. Okay, and then we've got that little tail sticking out. Oh, and Elizabeth is saying, I've had the same experience. They don't tarnish. It's fantastic. Yeah, they hold up really well. And it's a really nice, affordable wire to work with too, which is nice. So even if you're learning how to do wire wraps, I think you can feel pretty good about doing a lot of practice on artistic wire because it's not like a precious metal wire where you're like, oh no, that practice piece just costs me $2. So it gives you that grace to experiment. Oh, Santa Barbara girl, I love it. Ziploc owes me. I use them so much. I do too. I do too. I use them for everything. I store my beads in them. I store my finished pieces. Okay, so we're going to do a total of 3 of these little dangles. And once we have 3, we're going to connect them with a jump ring. Excuse the cough, guys. Yeah, I am so glad that I'm not quite as sneezy as yesterday. I must have sneezed 300 times. It was pretty crazy. Okay, so here we go, and we're going to hold it. And we're going to do the wraps. And again, it's almost like I'm just doing an extra wrap beyond what I would normally do. So I've done all my wraps, and I'm okay if it looks even a little messy. I just kind of want that wiry look. I want to see the wire this time. Okay, so there you can see it's just kind of heavier. Okay, so now that we've got 3 dangles and a link, we're going to connect it to our bracelet. So if you were just starting this bracelet, you would just start the same way. So you start with 1 link here, and then you create a second link and you anchor it between with the jump ring and the 3 jasper. So that's exactly what we're doing here. So this could in theory be your starting one. If you're starting it from scratch, you could probably tell that we wouldn't have had time to do all of that in this 1 hour here. So now we've got a nice big jump ring. We're going to open it up with 2 pairs of chain nose pliers. And here I want to kind of see, I want this all to hang. So see how they're all hanging down below? So I'm trying to put this on in a way that the next set will also hang down below. So that means I need to go through here. Okay, and then this was actually a little tricky for me. I was like, am I holding this right? And then I'm going to string on my 3 wrapped wire loops that I made. Okay, and then I'm going to put on my little link. And then I'm going to close it on up. All right, and then we've got a really pretty little dangle cluster. And you see all that wire wrapping. So it's really showing off the wire wrapping. The gold is coming through pretty heavy because of those heavier wire wraps, because of the swirl. So I think this looks really luxurious, very rich. And you see all those dangles. So I'm going to put this on my wrist and see how long it is, but you would make it as long or as short as you want, just following that same sequence where you're doing the larger bead, whether it's the oval or the jasper, you're doing that swirl, and then you're connecting it with those nice big jump rings and the 3 little dangles. Is there any magic to making sure those jump rings stay closed? You know, just really looking closely at them that they're closed. I am the first to admit jump rings are usually not my friend. I tend to not close them as well as I should. So it's really just a matter of trying your best to kind of go back and look and be like, is that closed? And I oftentimes, this is where I struggle, which is also why, honestly, I often make wrapped wire loops that connect to wrapped wire loops, because I do tend to struggle a little bit with jump rings, but I know other people don't, and they seem to, jump rings always do great for them. So I don't think there's a magic trick other than just really trying to make sure that they're closed. All right, let's see how this looks on all those baubles, and they're fun because they hang in all directions. All right, so for me, this would be almost ready to close. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to connect it with 2 more of these large jump rings and the magnetic clasp, which was here a second ago. There it is. And then let's see, let me try the size of that again. All right. Oh yeah, for me, that would be about right. So you can make it longer or shorter, of course. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach it with the jump rings, and I'm going to put a dangle on each jump ring. I don't know if I should put 3 dangles or just 1, because I don't want the dangles to interfere when I'm trying to open and close it too much. So maybe I'll just put 1 more dangle. on each. And I might pick my favorite color because you see how there's darker ones down here. And we're going to create another dangle. And then we're going to make an earring to match this too. So we're going to play with that as well. I have an idea of an earring, but we can kind of talk together and see what we think we want to do for the earring part of it. And then we'll definitely do that giveaway as well. Okay, again, just heavy-handed on the wraps. It's actually kind of freeing because normally you're trying to make the wraps all nice and neat and perfect. So it's kind of nice when you're just like, you want it to show the wrappings. You want to see a lot of that gold. Oh, nice. Jane is saying art beads should stock texture jump rings because they close better and look nice. Oh, I like that. That's a good tip. So I wonder what makes them close better. I wonder if it's just got like a rougher surface to like surface contact instead of so smooth. Okay. All right. Here we go. And of course, pick your favorite beads for this design. I love this kind of turquoise with these warm tones, but definitely pick what you like, what your favorite is. Okay, so I've got 2 more dangles made, and I'm going to now separate out my clasp. It's just a nice magnetic one. And we are going to open it up. And we're going to go on. This link has a ring waiting for us, so we're just going to link that on. And again, I'm going to look at the orientation of the dangles. So all my dangles are on the same side. So I'm going to slip on a little dangle, and then I'll put on my clasp as well, the 1/2 of it. All right, so there we go. So that is the finishing technique, and you could add more dangles. If you wanted to fill that up with dangles, you definitely could. Yeah, maybe they are stronger. That's an idea. Like, I love the idea, and I think now that I'm thinking about it, I think, you know, I've had that same experience. The couple times I have used textured jump rings, they are really good and strong. Like, they do seem to hold really nicely. Okay, same thing over here. We're going to go through this link, and I'm going to hold up my bracelet to see which direction my dangles are going. And they're going down this way, so I need to put this little link right here. And then the other half of my magnetic clasp. Okay, so it clasped on its own. So that is one thing with magnetic clasps. As you've seen, they kind of do stick to everything. So it went ahead and closed on its own. So I'm just going to reach around here, and we'll see the finished bracelet at the same time, which is nice. Okay, so you see how that clasp looks. And, sticking to my chain nose. Okay. And there we go. So that is the finished bracelet design. You see that closure with the 2 dangles, and you could definitely add more if you want. I just didn't want them interfering with, you know, trying to open and close it. But it's a really pretty dangly bracelet, and we're gonna make a matching earring so that we have a complete set, but you can see what that looks like. Oh, thank you, Kara. Really pretty easy to do because you're just repeating the same step. So you're just creating that swirly link. If we look here again, you're just creating that nice swirly link, and then the 3 little dangles between each link connected with a jump ring. And then I do love the little magnetic clasps. I think they're so nice and delicate, and they kind of just disappear into your design. So that is our pretty little bracelet. And now we're gonna make a pair of earrings. So what I was thinking was a swirled bead with the dangles hanging below it. And then I have this as my earring hook. So I really like this earring hook. It's often called like a long, elegant earring hook. We were out of stock for a really long time, and we just got them back in. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to make that swirl again. I don't know if we want 1 or 2 of those beads. We'll just play. I also really love the oval, and I'm kind of tempted to just, it wouldn't match though, but I like the oval a lot too, to try to hang dangles from that. Okay, so we're going to create another one of those swirl links. So again, it's about 5 inches, I'd say. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just need that long tail to do the swirl around the body of the bead. If you're gonna do the same technique with a bigger bead like this, make sure you cut extra length. Like I would cut maybe 8, 9 inches if you're gonna do a really big bead. So just adjust the amount that you cut based on the size of your bead. All right, so we're gonna do this. And rotate up with these wire looping pliers. All right, a couple wraps. Ooh, use the oval to show how pretty. You know what we'll do is we're gonna do, why don't we do this bead and then I'll put the dangles on this one first to show what it looks like. And then I'll transfer the dangles to this one. That way we can see both and we'll just still only make one set of dangles, but that would be fun. I like that idea. Good idea, Kathy. Because I think the oval is gonna look really pretty with it. And then you can imagine if you made the entire bracelet using the ovals, how beautiful that would be as well. Okay, so again, this is just showing that swirl technique. We're just wrapping it around that main stem. Once we've done all our wraps, you can just see it's hanging out right there, and we're just gonna twist it around. Twist, twist, twist. And then I'm just wrapping it around my previous wraps a couple times to anchor it, trimming it, and then tucking that rough end. Okay, so there is our swirl again. It does look like a planet. That's all I'm gonna see now, but I love it. I like it that it looks like a planet. Okay, so 3 more of these pretty jade dangles. So I'm gonna pick 3 pretty contrasting colors since I've got the choice there. So those 3 are the ones we're gonna do. And we're gonna create them just same way as before. And this way it'll nicely match the bracelet. All right, so we're just gonna do this. These wire looping pliers, I'm so glad I have them. I have to share that when I have to use round nose, I have to practice with them at this point. I've used the wire looping for so long that I tend to forget how to use the traditional round nose. So I always have to practice. Ooh, can you hammer the wire and then wrap? Oh, like if you want like a flattened wire, it might work harden the wire to the point where it wouldn't wrap very well. That's a great question. Oh, thank you for the hearts, guys. I don't know. What does everyone else think? That's a great question for the community here because I've never attempted that. So I usually don't say yes or no if I've never attempted it. You could definitely do the wrappings and then you could flatten out the loops if you wanted a little bit different look. Like this would be able to be flattened out with a hammer. But I'm not sure about hammering it first if it would wrap very well. But that's a great question. So if anyone has worked with it and tried that, it'd be great to hear their experience. Okay, another little wrap. And then one more. And then let's connect these to the oval first and just see what it looks like. Okay, and up. And then those wraps, okay. Tuck. All right, and before I connect these real quick, I do just want to show really quickly that with these wire looping pliers, you could also make bigger loops. So what I kind of talked about a little bit before is if you go on the tip, it makes a small loop. If you go towards the back, it makes a larger loop. So if you want larger loops for your design, you would just position the wire further back along the nose. And then you would follow the same technique. And what would happen is when you have this and you pull it out, you end up with a very large loop. And so you can do that if you want kind of a different look for your designs, or maybe you have a project where you want some large loops. You don't have to buy a separate tool. You can still use these wire looping pliers, and you just have a very different look. So you can kind of then straighten it up, but you see that you can make a really large loop out of it. So there's no coupon codes today. I don't think, actually, that's a great question for Megan. I think it's just a site-wide sale of up to 75% off for Black Friday, double points, and then free shipping in the US on orders over 30. Do the beads, oops, I missed the question. I'm sorry. I saw something about the beads come in something. Lydia, if you wouldn't mind reposting that question. I don't think I can, I can scroll. Does the brass color in the wire match the gold? So the pieces I'm working with do match. So everything that I have here matches. I do know there is like an artistic wire brass wire. It is more yellow than the gold artistic wire. So that's, does the brass color in the wire match the gold? I think if you get the brass color in this, it's not going to match exactly. But all the findings that I have here and that are listed in that shopping bag, like the head pins, the jump rings, all of those items do match the gold. So hopefully that answered your question, Lydia. Okay, so I'm going to put this on the oval first. So we're going to put the oval on there. And we're going to see what this looks like with the jump ring and then all the dangles. And then if you are on YouTube or Facebook, now would be the time to pop on over here to Art Beads. We're going to do the giveaway in about 3-4 minutes for 2 of Megan's great Christmas kits. So if you want to be over here, we're going to ask a trivia question. And the first person with the correct comment posted here live on Art Beads will win the 2 kits. Ooh, it's pretty. I like the oval. I'm glad we did that. So that's really pretty. So that's what it would look like with the oval. Now we're going to pop that off, and we're going to do that with the link that matches the bracelet. So we have a set, but I do have to say the oval is definitely really pretty. All right, so now we're going to just take that off. Oh, good, good. I'm glad. That was a great idea, Kathy, to do the, just showing it with the oval. And we're going to just put this onto our pretty little jasper. And then we're going to get an earring hook here and show the finished earring. Okay. Oh, yay. Thank you, Lori. Okay, so here we go. Here is what it looks like with that jasper. You can make more links. You can make this several links long if you wanted to. You could put another link down here, make it, and then have these dangles on top of it. Lots of options here. I'm going to put that earring hook on there. Okay, and then we're going to just go right here. And we've got a really pretty little earring. Of course, you'd make your matched one, but that's what it looks like with the jasper to match. Oh, good. Oh, Megan, I love it. Yeah, again, I'm seeing a planet, which I really like. So you see all those dangles, and then you've got the little matching earring set, and then here was that bracelet. So you've got all those swirls, but they weren't hard to do, which is nice. None of that was hard to do, but it looks very wire wrappy. You see all that wire. It feels very boutique-y. And of course, you've got beautiful, beautiful gemstones. All right, I'm going to move these aside, and I'm going to look at these kits, and you guys have to tell me which 2 we're going to give away. So it'll be 2 given away to the same person. Okay. All right. I'm trying to read the comments as I go. I'm so sorry if I miss anything. They're scrolling a little fast today, and I think I'm a little tired since I was having my sneezing fit yesterday. So I apologize if I missed anything. Okay, here we go. I'm going to show you these. So some of these are the ones that Megan just put together, and a couple are from other designers that we've had in the past. but they're really cool. So these are all in the shopping bag if you want to see their details. And you guys are going to have to tell me which two we should give away. So this is a really cute reindeer kit. And this is so cool. And you see it's got instructions and tells you how to do it. It comes with the 1G thread. It comes with the clasp and the seed beads, all of that good stuff. So that's one kit. And then we've got this one as well with the cute birdies. That is another kit. And then you see all the instructions are here. And then on the inside are all of the beads. Here is another kit, which is super cute. These little star earrings are like, or not star, they're more like a holly wreath. So that's really cute. Yeah, I love it. And then we've got these cute little Santas, and you see they come with everything here. So if you're looking for something fun to do, a fun project for the holidays, and you want everything in one place, you can order a kit, which is nice. Oh, thank you, Marianne. I know that is a perfect time to shop this Black Friday weekend with the big sales. It's really fun. And then these are these wonderful ones that Megan has been putting together. So this is the Jolly Saint Nick. She's going to put a banner up here. And so I want to show you because she's put these in these adorable gift bags. So when you get these, they come in these gift bags and you can open them up and that everything's inside, the instructions and all the beads and everything you need is all inside here. Santa, Saint Nick and Santa earrings, reindeer and wreath earrings. I'm seeing you guys sharing which ones you want to see. Wreath and birds, Jolly Saint Nick. Oh, I love it. And then these bags are so cute. So this one here is this cute little candy cane, which is using prestige crystal. And then this one here is a little snowman. And it's, again, prestige. I'm seeing a lot of Santa. Cute. Okay. And then this one here is the little candy canes in red as well. Oh, maybe the winner should pick too many choices. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Oh, I like that. Okay, Megan, do you think we can do that? Is that too hard, or do you think we can do it where the winner can pick the two that they want? I'll wait for Megan to reply. Oh, she's good with the winner picking. Great. Okay, so just to review, so you're ready if you win this. We have the cute little Santa. So cute. Cute little Santa. We have the bird bracelet. We have the wreath earrings. We have the reindeer bracelet. And then we have all these cute ones that Megan's been putting together of the candy canes and the Jolly Saint Nick, which is so cute. So I'm sure she's putting a banner up because it's a little hard to see here. Oh, and she's saying the findings in all kits are sterling silver and gold filled. Ooh, that is very nice. Okay, and so all these really ones, and I love the packaging of the ones Megan just did. Okay, guys. So the way this works, if anyone's new here, is I'm going to ask a trivia question. And the first person with the correct answer commented here live on Artbeads. So you have to be here on Artbeads. So pop on over if you're not on Artbeads. First person with the correct answer commented here live will win 2 kits, and they get to pick which 2 they want. So that's super fun. So they'll get to pick whatever 2 of these kits that they want to play with. So I have a little, my son is here in the background saying, don't pick the birdie because he wants me to make the birdie one. But you can pick whatever you want. So if you're hearing the little background chirping, my son is over here saying he wants to do the birdie. Okay. So. Birdie. Okay, so I'm going to ask, hello, Moogie. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask a question. Megan, yes, my little elf helper. Yes, my little monkey here. I'm going to ask a question. The first, he's trying to steal the birdie kit. The first Correct comment wins. Okay, the question is, oh my gosh. The question is, oh my goodness. Tom, I have to say this correctly. No. I got to say this correctly. All right. What traditional Christmas song was originally created for Thanksgiving? What traditional Christmas song was originally for Thanksgiving? And Megan has the answer. First correct answer commented here live wins. Oh my gosh, I think we have a winner, and it popped up too fast. The winner is Gina L. Congratulations, Gina. It is Jingle Bells. So if you can send an email to support@artbeads.com, attention Michelle, and let her know which 2 of these Christmas kits you want to have sent to you. You won both of them. Congratulations, Gina. All right, guys, I'm going to pop the camera up so we could say goodbye for today. Thank you for joining me.
It's mine now. I'm making it.
Oh, he says that kit is his now. He's going to make it. So if you have anything in your shopping bag, do remember to take advantage of the sale this weekend, that up to 75% off site-wide, the double points, the free shipping over $30. So lots of goodness there. Oh my gosh, and he's running away with the birdie kit. Don't worry, Gina, we'll get you another one if he takes that one. All right, I am going to flip my camera up so we could say goodbye for today. All right. Well, thank you. Oh, camera almost fell off. Thank you guys for joining me. Have a great rest of your weekend. Happy belated Thanksgiving. It'll be December when we see each other again. So I think I'm having a little lapse here. I'm seeing a lot of comments pop up, a little delayed here. My son is here. He is just finishing Thanksgiving break. He is very happy that he stole this kit. He has picked his favorite kit. It is, which one? Which is your favorite? The birdie is his favorite one. So thank you again for joining me. We will see you later. I'll see you next week. I seem to always have a cat or a kid in my videos. So from my family to yours, happy Thanksgiving. Take care. Have a great weekend. I'll see everyone next week. Bye. Don't end it. Oh, you're showing our other family member. Okay, kitty. Bye, guys. See you on Wednesday.